HCKFRD nennt sich Making Contact, weil es darum ging, zum einen Musik zu machen, zum anderen aber auch zu interagieren.
Und das Krasse ist, sie haben wirklich angefangen in Detroit
und geendet in Tokio.
Und wir hören das Ganze jetzt von Mr. Brian McDade und
Antilano Gonzalez.
Applaus!
Guten Tag hier auch nochmal auf der CeBit Bühne. Wie die Kollegen schon gesagt haben, wir begrüßen hier Brian McDade. Brian kommt aus Hannover und ist Teil des Teams und so werden wir Englisch sprechen. Hello, welcome Brian. Good to make it to come here to Hannover to present the DVD that just been released, isn't it?
Yes, we just had the release February 26th. It's available online at Amazon. And this is the Making Contact DVD that was released in 2008. A tour of 9 cities around the world.
Also gerade rausgekommen, die DVD. Wir werden hier einige Auszüge sehen. Also es ist kein fortlaufender Film. Brian hat sich die Mühe gemacht, für uns ein paar Ausschnitte auszuschneiden, wo wichtige Aspekte dieser Tour und vor allem auch der technischen Hintergründe, die werden in diesem Konzept Making Contact dahinter stehen. Es wird also mit Hilfe von IT-Technologie das Live-Erlebnis komplett neu gedacht und neu gestaltet. Wir haben jetzt also ca. 20 Minuten, ein bisschen mehr Film, die wir uns erstmal anschauen und gleich im Anschluss wollen wir dann nochmal überlegen und einiges vertiefen, einige Sachen erläutern. Film ab!
The whole vision of Contact started, I guess, with the 10-year anniversary of Minus. I knew we had this important year coming up, and I really wanted to celebrate it, doing something different. I think one of the core ideas of Minus, and just most of the things that interest me, is about bringing people together, relationships and connections, but always based upon technology being in the middle. And we've had a lot of success with Minus showcases, Martha and Troy and myself, which is actually part of the success of Minus, that people like seeing us all together. And that was really where Contact started to form. It was like, okay, people like to see us together. We like having contact with the people, we like having contact together on stage. How do we build upon that? Let's get closer to each other and closer to the crowd. And then we started to build the idea and the technologies and even the greater concept around that. There had been some technological advancements in DJing. I moved away from turntables. I was using Traktor. So this started to open the door of being able to have a time code that would allow me to sync, other people to my records that I was playing. In my house, on our table, we just had all the computers, a couple of the artists over, and just plugging everything in, and a lot of trial and error, because sometimes the computers saw each other, sometimes they didn't. And we're like slowly figuring out, we have to turn this thing on and this thing off, to start this machine first and then this machine. Once it came together, it created a really solid system, and we started to have a lot of fun.
Wait, check his idea.
Rich devised a performance situation that includes kind of the main acts from the beginning of the label, along with visuals by Ali Demirel. There are 3 live acts working with 3 DJs over the course of 5 hours.
Along with this, we were also creating this idea, this Minus membership for our 10-year anniversary. So we're also now taking, as a label, a step closer to the audience that way. Say, hey, become a member and engage your audience, engage each other on stage, engage Ali, and do something that possibly has never been done before. The computer running Traktor was the main computer of the whole setup. It sent sync to Geyser, Jesse, and Mark, allowing us all to be in time. It also sent timing information to my Ableton computer, which allowed us to do special effects. Audio from Geyser, Jesse, and Mark were coming through their own Ellen Heath 92 mixers directly to the master mixer where Mark and Troy and I mixed the final signal for the audience. As well as being our effects computer, the Ableton computer also ran an iChat system over Ethernet to Ali and Matthias so that we could communicate during the shows about what was happening visually and atmospherically with the lights. Also on this Ableton computer, we ran an internet browser that allowed us to write messages to the LED displays and write small SMS messages that went directly over wireless to the queue, where anybody with an iPhone or a small personal communication device could retrieve audio content and also view live video streams from the stage. There was also an extra Ethernet connection to Brian's computer, which took the video cameras built into our Apple computers and broadcast those to the internet, as well as an audio stream from the main mixer and broadcast that to the internet too. It wasn't just about the people you saw on stage working on that whole experience. Brian was working on the internet connection to the outside world so that we could communicate with people online. Ali was in charge of the whole visualization and everything that you were seeing on the LEDs. Matthias was doing the lighting and kind of the atmosphere. Nima was making sure all the technology was plugged in the right way and we could perform. Katrin was in touch with all the promoters, booking the actual tour. Jenny was doing logistics, making sure everybody was in the right place at the right time. And Patrick was filming everything you're seeing now. Stefan was in charge of the overall technical setup for each show. Michael was the on-site production manager. Francie was looking after all the equipment logistics. And our friend The Cube was at each gig making contact with wonderful new people. The Cube grew out of that need to have a place or something to go to kind of say that you were there. And to say, hey, I want to participate. I don't want to just dance. I don't want to just listen. I want to do all that, but I want to do more. And so The Cube became this central point in each venue where members would come to take their card and wander across it and in a way unlock the extra possibilities of that particular show. So it was important to kind of bring all that into a physical object that you could see, you could go and like touch.
We use the RFID cards, which are the membership cards, so they get live updates right from Rich or right from the artist playing. People could browse and get new tracks and artist tracks off of the Cube itself if they brought a Wi-Fi enabled device.
The Cube was also connected to the contact internet site where outside members could communicate by sending small messages that would be retrieved by the Cube, sent to Ali, and could be displayed on the LED screens.
This was more meant to be like you're here to help us do our live show or our DJ set, and we're going to get back to you, and then you're going to get back to us. So we're going to influence you, you're going to influence us back and forth, and change the whole dynamic of a typical concert.
I think Contact was supposed to explore all those ideas of when technology heightens something or takes it down to the depths of despair.
In the beginning, we were thinking about an LED setup on the scene. But again, we saw what was working and what was not working, and we were not really happy with the result. So I had to perform with like minimum elements, and it was really tough.
In these shows, we would have to do them without turntables. So for Troy and I, it was a big difference, something we hadn't done before. So we're freaking out a little bit. We didn't have much time to prepare, and so we had to really just get in there, learn it quickly, and practice a bit.